What's going on, guys? Jado Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Devin Haney once again. I've spoken about Devin Haney a few times. One of my most recent videos, I talked about him basically exposing her for lying and trying to keep him away from the child that they shared together. And after that, she actually let him see the child. Then she turned around and went back to court and is making allegations that this guy was just pummeling her, right? In an attempt to keep him away from the child so she can get primary custody. Because people got to understand, when you get primary custody, you're going to get more child support, which is what all this is about. Even Devin Haney said himself, and I'll put my most recent video about Devin Haney in the description box. Y'all can go and check it out. Y'all can see where the origins of this is from. In this situation here, it just seems to me that she wants to use that child to get money out of him. And he even admitted it when he responded to her initial lies, that she wanted money. Every time he wants to see his child, she wants money because he's no longer in a relationship with her. And when these women are no longer in relationships with these athletes or rappers, they use the child as a bargaining chip, which is why you definitely have to be careful of the type of women you get with. Now, both of these two are of the same religion, but we all know Western Muslim women like her are these westernized Muslim women. They could care less about the tenets of their religion. All they care about is getting the bag. And she's using that child in order to get him either to pay her under the table or to go to court and say, I need this amount of money. I need primary custody because he is a danger to me. And the funniest thing about this is that Devin Haney protected her honor. When she got exposed on a video call with Young Thug when he was in jail, and she was begging Young Thug to say he loved her. This was back in 2022. This might have been right before they met each other. They might have been dating during that time. You just never know. Devin Haney protected her honor. Devin Haney did not throw her under the bus. He did not publicly reject her. He didn't say anything disparaging towards her. And she goes and she does this. You're making all these allegations now because you have his child and you want primary custody so you can get child support. This is the thanks he gets for protecting your honor. When everybody was calling you a cheater, he protected your honor. And what she does, she goes and she's trying to make him out to be this abuser. Have y'all noticed all these men are abusers when a relationship is over? All these men are abusers. All of them are cheaters. These women act like these men are so horrible. But it's only after the relationship is over. So let's get into this article from TMZ. There's an update, but we'll get into that. The mother of Devin Haney's months-old daughter is seeking a domestic violence restraining order against the star boxer, alleging he once pushed her to the ground while she was pregnant. Court documents TMZ has obtained show Lena Saeed filed for the DVRO last week over allegations that Haney abused her on multiple occasions throughout the past year and a half. But you didn't say anything until the relationship was over. Now you're making all these claims because he wants to have a relationship with his daughter. She wrote in the restraining order request that it all started in February 2024, roughly a year after she and Haney first met. She claimed during a dispute in their Las Vegas home, he punched her in the stomach and then kicked her out of the house. But again, there was no police reports. There was no news of this. Nearly a year later, in December 2024, she wrote Haney got violent with her once again when he pushed her while she was 9 months pregnant, causing her to fall on her tailbone because she says, I would not give him my cell phone because he suspected she was cheating. Again, I'm not defending any type of domestic violence, but these are allegations that have not been proven. After I fell, she added, he grabbed her phone and threw it on the floor and shattered it. Additionally, she said Haney threatened her early this month when he wrote a text message to her that she would be handled in the streets. Because when I asked what he meant by that, he stated, you will see. And these are the messages. She says, I'm afraid for my life, health, and safety. Saeed also sought in the docks for protection for the couple's 5-month-old, Chrome, alleging Haney pierced the baby's ears without Saeed's permission when she was just 8 weeks old. This is not an isolated event of the danger he places our daughter in without concern, she wrote. Devin has hurt her in the past by punching her while pregnant, threatening her, and arguing with her in the presence of their daughter, Saeed said. Says she's concerned about his behavior and worried that he would act upon his threat to her, stating, you will see. For you foregoing reasons, I am requesting a DVRO, protecting myself, my daughter seeking sole legal and physical custody. Listen, there's a lot of things out of context, I believe. I believe these text messages are out of context. We don't even know what she was saying, but they're always, listen, gentlemen, this is why I tell y'all, when you deal with these women, you need to have your own receipts because they're going to have their receipts. They're going to have their receipts. You mean to tell me that you went through all this abuse? A professional boxer punched you in your stomach, beat on you. Where are the injuries? Where are the pictures of your injuries? Because TMZ would have had it. Unless there's proof, I can't sit up here and demonize him. And I find it very funny how when he responded to her initial allegations some weeks ago, when he responded, she let him see his child. Why'd you let him see his child? I thought he was just some abuser, but when he goes public, then you got rattled and let him see his child. And this was the same woman who was on video crying to Young Thug, wanting Young Thug's love. This is the same female. I'm surprised she hasn't made any allegations about Young Thug. This chick is clearly a pass around who Devin did not want to wife up. I believe that she was his fiance, but it didn't go past that. I'm not going to sit here and demonize somebody when there's no evidence. They're allegations. Heifers make allegations all the time, and it's always proven to not be true. I'm not going to sit here once again and demonize somebody because of hearsay. You're saying these things, but we don't have proof of none of it. Now let's get into this article because there was an update. Let's get to the update. A judge just granted temporary restraining order against Devin Haney, and now both sides are now due in court for a hearing on the matter on July 22nd. Additionally, the judge ordered Haney to have no visitation with his daughter Chrome until further order of the court. Listen, I will never, ever support any of you women going to court to keep the child away from the father. I will never support that. I don't care what you allege, because at the end of the day, the men that you heifers bring into your children's lives after the biological father are more of a danger than the biological father. We've seen so many situations where stepdaddies abuse these children, mistreat them, And these are the dudes that these women choose afterwards, after they've gone to court and did everything they could to keep the children away from the biological father. The stepdaddy is more of a danger than the biological father. These situations happen way too often because you heifers are so concerned with child support and you're so concerned with winning that you deny your children the chance to be with both parents because you're more concerned about child support and finding a new daddy for your children. You don't care about your kids. You don't care about your kids. Devin would not harm his child. Devin has his father in his life. A steady presence in his life. I don't think Devin would do anything to harm his child. This is heifer babble. This is what they do. Look at Dr. Dre in his divorce. His ex-wife was making all types of allegations. They all read from the same playbook. They all been abused, all blah, blah, blah. It's all about money at the end of the day. Because why didn't you leave and why didn't you report it? Don't say you were scared because you're not scared now. So if you're not scared now, you weren't scared a year ago. You're no longer in a relationship with him. You want his money so you can live off his money and find some degenerate to be his replacement. That's the playbook of you heifers. That's the playbook. Until I see proof that this man was putting hands and feet on you, I can't sit here and say that you're here telling the truth. Because again, she tried to make these allegations before, but when he spoke out publicly, what did she do? She allowed him to see his child. And I definitely think that this will be handled in court. And she was going to have to show proof that he was beating on her, which I don't think she's going to be able to show because she would have shown it by now. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know throw that video and share. Follow me on Facebook, X, which is Twitter, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.